lining up and sort of teeing off like that?
I mean, it's just saying that we have on defense. You know, every time we come out there, no matter what the ball is lined up, we understand how we're going to play defense. So that doesn't change where we're at.
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. I mean, it's just like practice out there battling against our own offense. You know, just trying to stay consistent every time, no matter where the ball's at.
Back right, Zach?
Cole, can you just walk through like that play, that pick, just what was going through your head, what you're seeing from that?
Yeah, so really it was Suge that made the play, but I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And so, you know, I credit the rush and I credit Suge for making that play happen for me. And you know, just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
And then Ernest, can you talk about how much of a momentum shift that gave when Cole came up with that pick?
Well, turnovers are huge, always, you know. And, you know, when you have this such a mass out of the field, short field for the offense, it's always huge. You put them in a good place to score. So, turnovers are awesome, but especially when you have them on that short side of the field, it's even better.
Second row on the left.
Ernest, you were smirking as you came off. Coach said that this game meant a lot to you this week. What was it like to come back here and leave with a win?
You know, it's always awesome. You know, to have an opportunity to play in a great environment like that, in front of great fans like that, college football, like that's what you live for. That's why you play the game of football. And just have an opportunity like that, just such a blessing. And just be able to have a moment like that at the end, just be able to soak it all in, you know, with our team and all the fans that came, that traveled from Michigan. That was special.
On your right, second row, Anthony.
What does Jay Sean moving down to rush the passer do for your guys' game when you're all on the field together?
You know, we talk about all the time as defense. We won't have our best 11 on the field no matter what. And you know, Jay Sean, he's a freak athlete. You know, he's a great ability, great skill, very versatile. So whenever Coach Wing is very smart and having different spots for players, we make a big impact. You know, so now I bring him that close to the ball. So just be able to use his skill set, his versatility is awesome.
Standing on your right, Austin.
Ernest, what was Biff's message to you guys at halftime? How did he address the Hail Mary and how the first half ended?
Function, 0-0. That's our whole model going to halftime. It's 0-0, new ball game. You know, we knew going into this game it's not going to be easy. We knew it was going to be back and forth punches, and you know, 0-0 just where we wanted to be at halftime.
Standing all the way in the back on the left.
Ernest, this obviously wasn't your first time coming back to Lincoln, but just with this being your last trip, was there also a different energy kind of coming out? I feel like that first drive when Nebraska was marching down the field, it felt like every tackle we made had a little extra like oomph in the celebration, like kind of coming out of the gates.
Yeah, you live and pray for moments like these. You know, it's just such a blessing having this opportunity to come back here and play for these great fans. And I played here for a year in front of them. And, you know, they did so much for me here at University of Nebraska. I'm so thankful for what they did for me. Really jump-started my career. And, you know, just to be able to, you know, put on a performance like that in front of them always means a lot more.
To your right, about halfway back.
For both of you, could you talk about what it meant to you and the defense as a whole to have Rod Moore rejoin you on the field today?
Yeah, it means a lot. You know, just having him in practice, you know, his communication, his veteran leadership. You know, I think that's what kind of goes unnoticed a lot. You know, when he's on the field, there's a poise, there's a calmness that you know he's back there because he just commands. He's been there, has high level success. You know, won national championship. You know, he's done his big games, made big plays in big games. So you just know the type of player he is, how smart he is. So just a calmness and level of just, you know, you just know he's going to be in the right spot every single time.
Yeah, I think as a young guy coming in, even though Rod last year wasn't on the field with us, he was still someone I looked up to. I know a lot of the young DBs look up to, and you know, his words of wisdom always, you know, help us to be better on and off the field. So just to see him make that transition onto the field, you know, I was just very happy for him, and to see him to get back out there finally.
All right, we'll go 3 more for these guys, and we'll see where we're at with time. Standing on the back left, sir.
Cole, what does Ernest do for this defense? What does he mean to this team?
Oh man, he's the heartbeat of our defense. You know, he helps us again, like Rod, on and off the field. Just, you know, he's someone we can always count on, and you know, and off the field, on the field, anything we can always rely on Ernest.
All right, back to the second row left.
Ernest, you guys got home 7 times today. What allowed the pass rush to be so successful?
You know, it comes first from the defense coordinator, Coach Wink, you know, putting us in position to be successful. And then it just comes down to execution. You know, just having people in the defense that are bought into his scheme, bought into how he does things and where we need to be. It just allows us to play fast, be free. You know, and you have trust in a great defense coordinator like Coach Wink, you know someone's going to be free every time.
Back to the front row, Aaron.
For both of you, what do you think the scene's gonna be like when you see Coach Moore again?
I'm just pumped to get him back in the building. I think Justice just said it, but you know, to have him, you know, he loves us more than any other like coach I've ever played for, and you know, we love him back just as much. So it's just great to have him in the building.
Yeah, just understand the pain that he's going through right now, not being here with us. We feel the pain as players, and having a coach, head coach, and leader, a whole team out here. So to be able to have us reunite him with bringing to family, right? You lose a family member like that and have bring us back. You know, it's gonna be great to have him back. I'm excited to see you know, where we go from here.
Anything final for these guys? Angelique?
Yeah, for both of you, what does this mean? When I know it's 1-0 in the Big Ten, but coming off of that Oklahoma loss a couple weeks ago, what does this do for you going into the bye?
Yeah, I mean, for us, you learn a lot about this team when you face adversity. So to understand from right now how we responded from this adversity, you know, losing a game on the road at Oklahoma, and how we come back here on the road here in Nebraska and coming out to win. So it just kind of speaks volumes to the team, speaks volumes on the mindset. I'm just very excited for our team, and I'm very like happy to just understand that, just know where we're at mentally as a team and how we can face a problem adversity in the future.
Yeah, I think it's no secret that we were 1-4 on the road last year. So you know, and then to lose that away game at Oklahoma again, you know, so to win this one away just means a lot, giving us confidence on the road, proving that we can get it done, and shows like we always talk about being the most connected team, and I don't think there's any better way to prove that than when you're on the road.
Okay, thank you all. We appreciate your time. Thank you guys.